Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Try to get the equipment back up and running after getting back in town from Austin. Thanks everybody for joining on the late night. Sorry it's so late for the chat, but I had to get something out before the weekend was up. Long, crazy weekend in Austin. So much fun, and just ready to talk with you guys, share some notes. I see the chat is popping off already. Good. Mike said we're loud and clear. Appreciate you, brother. While you guys are here in the chat, y'all know what attendance is. Hit that like button, smash that like button. Let's grow this thing. Let's grow this community. It's a beautiful community. Subscribe. Just help us grow. Just help us grow. That's all I ask. And so, quick shout out to the sponsor, busr.com/fanatic. Y'all know what it is. A lot of playoff basketball going on right now. So much to take advantage of with all of the promotions going on. Tran, shout out to Tran. He bet Tyson Fury under 9 rounds knockout. Made some money there this weekend. So shout out to brother Tran. Those I know a lot of y'all bet Earl Spence knockout over Ugas the weekend before at Cowboy Stadium. So take advantage. Lots of great stuff going on BSR. We appreciate our sponsor, bsr.com/fanatic. Next thing is, before we get into really talking ball, everybody I met this weekend, incredible turnout at DKR. I see Lando in here, who's quickly become a brother to me in a lot of ways, both, in this space and in life, and just getting to spend time with him, getting to spend time with brother Kieran, getting to spend time with Texas Homer, getting to meet Jeremy and Clint Lockaby from Texas Football Talk in person. Queenie, getting to meet Queenie, getting to meet Wendy. So many of these people that we interact with on Twitter, so many my running buddies on YouTube, Horns Behind Enemy Lines, getting to see him and his family come down from Oklahoma. That's the whole point of his channel. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for just the energy and just everything going on. It was fantastic. Brother Tran was there, BA was there. Bebo Boulevard was phenomenal. A lot of different activities going on. Anybody that was there, I thought it was tremendous. Also, all of you that I got to see after the game, the family of Alfred Collins, I couldn't say enough. Getting to connect with him and his parents and just the conversations that we had and just everything. Beautiful family. David Benda's parents and his sisters, unbelievable people. And it's starting really to feel more familiar, just that family vibe, family atmosphere on the 40, on it, like more than I felt before, to be honest with you guys. And I think it's a good, positive atmosphere and culture change. And I think it's very attractive. If I was a recruit there this weekend, it's very attractive of what's going on. Sebastian, his wife, that came up from San Antonio, that drove up with the kids. Brother Orlando, who made the sign for us. Orlando and his daughter and his wife, who made the sign for us to be on Texas game day, Texas OU weekend. Thank you guys. We saw you guys out there. It was dope. Alex and his girlfriend Shelby, they got to meet Bijan and hearing their stories and whatnot. Harley just tagged me on a picture on Twitter, seeing Case and Cheney, who's constantly promoting this channel. I just want to show all y'all love before we get into this, because it really means a lot to me. This community is freaking dope. It was a really fun weekend. I saw so many of you guys, even if it was just around about Austin. It was good to be back home. I haven't been in Austin in months after living there for 10 years. So it's freaking dope. It's freaking dope. I saw some of you guys posting. Nate's talking about CDC. Saw CDC taking pictures all over the place. So many people having awesome pictures from the player signings. It was great. It was great. And if you didn't see me, I'll be there, during the season and about. I have to do a better job connecting. And those of you who are in the DFW area, hit me up. Met a lot of you guys as well. Some of the brothers over there from Mansville on Instagram, you know who you are. Please send me those photos. Now, getting into the game, because I know y'all are talking ball heavy here. We got 141 in the chat. Please hit that like button. I want to see if Kieran might jump on. I'm not sure, but getting into everything. Um, there's to me, first off, the expectation of this wasn't a spring game, right? This was a practice where they ran a bunch of plays in a very heavily scrimmage type atmosphere. So we got to keep the expectations where they should be. Typical spring games is where they divide the teams: offense, defense, special teams, offense, defense, special teams, split the team in half. Y'all go at it. So this wasn't that. It was just straight up offense and defense, first team offense, second team defense, that type of thing. So we got to keep that in mind in terms of, just what was going on there. And I think that's going to be kind of the wave moving forward in college football. I've said this before, and I think Late Kick Josh is with me on this as well. College football is the only sport where they don't maximize scrimmaging other teams or other schools. Like all of us that played high school football, we always scrimmaged other schools to kind of get a measurement of where we were. In the NFL, they have open practices, they have scrimmages. The Cowboys scrimmage the Texans, Rams scrimmage the Chargers. You get nothing crazy, but at least some of the things that have been pitched about playing some of these FCS games or whatever in the spring, just so you get a different look and see how the kids respond, right? And so that's just my one thing. I've always said that about college football. We're kind of stuck in the past with that, but with this environment and this atmosphere, we were all, I think the entire fan base was excited to see Quinn Ewers, right? And to see him throw the football live and to see him in a Texas uniform in person, up close, throwing the football. And I know there's a lot of, some people may say, oh, y'all are romanticizing it too much. There's too much hype, blah, blah, blah. This is what happens when you have big time prospects, because that's what he is right now. He's a big time, possibly an all-time prospect, right? So when you have, prospects or even wonderkins like this, there is a certain college football was excited to see Quinn. It wasn't just Texas fans. Go look at some of the highlights that have been shown. It's not just Texas fans, but I'm starting with him because there was a certain buzz when warm-up started. Now, I don't know what was televised on the LA channel or anything like that, but when warm-up started and they're going through 7-on-7, few things I took away right off the bat, because we were all sitting together, our whole YouTube community. Quinn is flicking posts 55 yards, barely, not even really moving his hips. That's just straight up arm talent, right? He's able to put the ball where he wants, really far downfield. You saw that as soon as the game started, to be honest with you. That's just natural for him. Whereas other guys, it was funny, Homer joked and said, some other guys got a pro hop to make the throw of that, right? And so that catches my eye. Malik Murphy, him being, I know Kieran got to meet Malik. He's like, that brother's 6'6". Malik's huge. So, and they did, again, those who were there the whole time, they actually did some 7-on-7 drills that were pretty good. Malik did participate in those. And his arm is electric. And it was cool to just see him get some work in. There were a bunch of drops from the guys he had to work with, but his size is, these are just first impressions seeing guys for the first time. Seeing Quinn for the first time, seeing Malik for the first time, seeing Jaden Blue for the first time warm up, and seeing him, run routes and catch the football. The pregame stuff was really, really intriguing to me, just in terms of, how physically impressive some of these guys look. Isaiah Nayer looks like an NFL receiver, and I think you saw some of that when he started catching the football, when live bullets started flying. Kind of picked up where he left off at Wyoming. So just really excited, for the physical tools and explosiveness that we have via the arm, via people running by people and catching the football, and via all the amazing running backs we have on this team. Because Bijan smartly did not really play. He dressed like I thought he would, but he didn't play. And all their other running backs still look like the best position group on the team to me, because that's just an incredible group, an incredible room. And I'm going to touch on the recruits after the game, the two guys who picked up in Ryan Niblett and Trey Wisner. But overall, I mean, that is something, just starting off the event as a fan, sitting there and taking all of this in, that impresses me. Now, as we get to the game, somebody said this earlier in the comments, and we'll get through all that. Very, very vanilla. And I'm not going to go down exactly how the plays played out and stuff, but I'll kind of go more so position groups. So I'll come back to the quarterbacks in a second, but I want to start with the receivers. Our starting receivers are going to be good. And then you're still adding Ajayi Hall to that mix. Our starting receivers are good. I know Worthy had a drop. He's had some drops before. He's got to clean that stuff up. He's still a top 3 returning receiver in college football right now. I mean, even production-wise, and even if you want to throw some other people in there, he's at least in the top 5. Xavier Worthy is with what he's already shown. So I know what I got there. Isaiah Nair, he's just 20 yards per catch no matter where he's catching the football, and he's got a stride to him. That first catch he had from Hudson Card, where it's kind of more of a comeback route a little bit, and he puts his foot in the ground and just immediately gets upfield. It's guys like that got people. The game looks easy. It looks easy. When you see somebody just glide upfield, it looks easy. There's not any strain. There's no signs of difficulty. It's just effortless. Because there's a few things where you'll see, where I touch on some of the other people in the group, where you can see the struggle. But with Nair, it just seems easy. We know he's hooks trained, margin hook. Shout out to him and the DFW and what he's done with some of these guys. So the technical aspect, even though Isaiah Nair hasn't really played a whole lot of football in his life, he's already technically sound, and he has that size speed ratio. And then the deep post, I know it was a walk it to him throw from Quinn, and that's where the oh my God arm talent, he got to show it off there, and it was beautiful. But that post that he runs with Worthy coming on the crosser, and it just totally screws up the defense. But that's what we envisioned when you get him from the transfer portal. That's literally what you envision him. And it's just effort. He's just gliding down the field. He's gliding, and that's just talent. There's other guys on the team with the group down, because there's one other person I want to touch on, but starting group down, where you see them, it's a struggle for them to catch the ball. It's a struggle for them to consistently run the correct routes, and there's drop off. And it's some of guys is consistency. I see you guys touching on Marcus a little bit. I don't want to beat up on Marcus because he's a great teammate and whatnot, but it is a struggle for him to make some of those contested catches, or when the ball's not, right on him. There's other times where he does make the catch. Casey Kane. I like Casey Kane. I like his size. There's times where his routes are inconsistent. He's rounding things off, and his slants don't always look the same, or his posts don't always look the same every single time. Whereas you look at Nair and Worthy, and these guys run their posts and their 7 routes, they look identical every single time. That's part of the difference. Person I want to touch on, Taylor just mentioned him, Jordan Whittington, Aaron R. Thank you. Jordan Whittington has, and I've said this on Spaces, I don't know if I've touched on this enough on this channel. Jordan Whittington's football IQ is phenomenal. Forget his athleticism, which he was, injuries and all that stuff aside, he was a 4 or 5-star athlete coming out of Cuero. Okay, we know what he was when he got here. He could play safety, running back, whatever you want. Jordan Whittington's football IQ to play in the slot, it's not just catching bubble screens and quick slants off the RPO and glance routes and things like that. It's understanding the coverages and the defenses and just certain instincts and awareness. He caught a bubble yesterday where the block wasn't great. I don't know who was over there. I haven't watched it enough to remember who was where and what. But somebody was blocking, guy cuts underneath. Most guys that catch that ball were getting tackled in the backfield for a loss. And that's really kind of not their fault. Jordan Whittington puts his foot down and gets right upfield immediately and gets positive yardage. It's little stuff like that that people really don't pay attention to, that he's just always been good at to me. How he runs his routes over the middle. There's a term here that's going to be important for this quarterback competition. People like him are quarterback friendly. When the ball is thrown in the middle, if the ball's thrown into traffic, I trust him. If anything, at the worst, it's going to be an incomplete pass. He's not going to leave me out to dry. It's not going to be a tip ball interception. And he's probably going to make me look good. He's probably going to reach back and catch it or go through a linebacker or be willing to take punishment. But he also knows when to sit down in zone, when to carry across against man. His football IQ is phenomenal. It's a damn shame that his body he's had the struggles with his body in terms of the injuries. But when he came back at the end of last season with all the stuff that was going on in his life, I was really concerned because he didn't look like the same guy we saw at the beginning of the season before his OU injury. And damn it, we saw it again today in the spring or yesterday in the spring game. He looked good. That's quarterback friendly slot receiver you want there. He complements what I get from Nair and what I get from Worthy on the outside. He complements that. And that's somebody who I look at, and I don't know where they'll put Brennan Thompson, and what Brennan Marion's going to want to do there when we're in our 11 personnel stuff. But some of those things that we do with Jordan Whittington, I would love to see Brennan Thompson. I think he's somebody that could help us there as well from a depth perspective. But I don't know where if he's going to play more outside or anything like that. I could just see him flourishing behind somebody like that who's clearly very studious and understands what the hell he's doing out there, quite frankly. There's certain guys you see at the college level that just get it and they just understand certain things. So I really wanted to brag on Jordan Whittington because I don't think he's really gotten enough credit. Again, we're all excited about the guys coming in, where some of you guys are still excited about the guys, that may be coming back healthy, right? But he's a really good football player, Jordan Whittington. He's a really good football player, and he's gonna make he helps these quarterbacks. Trust me. 221 in here. Hit that like button. Help us. We do look fast on offense. Running backs look fast. Let's go with running backs. Jonathan Brooks is a problem in a good way. Jonathan Brooks looked good. And I know, some of you guys may say, oh, it's the defense and all this type of stuff. Hey, I mean, like they always say, zero-sum game in college football spring games. But I really liked Jonathan Brooks. He's such a productive runner. Always breaks first contact. Speed is getting there, picking up. Rojo's speed looked incredible. Rojo took one to the house. And I know we're going to touch on, because I want to flip over to the defense here in a little bit, and some of the angles that were taken on that. But Jonathan Brooks, how can you not? I mean, it's just crazy to me how deep that room is, because I really like what I saw from Jaden Blue. I really like Jaden Blue looked good. That room is insane. That room is insane. Let me start posting some of these chats. I'm sorry, I'm talking here, and I appreciate everyone in here. If I missed something here, I apologize. Yeah, Queenie, when is the Brooks interview? What day? I knew it. I knew it. Somebody said like he tore up the first two deep. Okay, she says she'll announce it. All right, I saw that. I saw that. Keelan Robinson looked great out the backfield, catching the football. Caught the football, didn't fall down. Loved it. Looked fast. Ran through a couple people. And I think he's still maybe what, a buck 85. They didn't forget about him. They got to Keelan early with his touches. That room is phenomenal. I want to, because this, look, it was a positive atmosphere, so I want to have a positive chat here. I want to have a real chat because we're going to talk about some of the things we didn't like. But guys like Jonathan Brooks, who Jonathan Brooks is a guy, to Homer's point, that's a guy that can carry the way he runs and the style of runner he is. He's going to be a 20 plus carry guy. He can give you that, right? Like some guys are more home run hitters, or they need to have a combination of carries and catches. Jonathan Brooks, to me, the way he runs, he's the type of guy that can really wear on a defense as the game goes on. Um, I love what I saw from Keelan. The RBs, wide receivers, check. All right, Ben. Steve, I'm gonna get to Justice Super Chat. Ben, that was the best for me. I've been to all the spring games since Charlie, I think. Uh that was the best overall atmosphere for a spring game, for a spring scrimmage. It was really cool, man. It was it being later in the evening. Turnout was really good. Getting to get on the field. I mean, they always do the field stuff, but it just seemed a lot more intimate and just good positive energy. Texas did a good job, putting on. Um, it helped that Texas baseball was kicking ass. It helped that the Moody Center is now open. Um, so just good vibes, honestly. That was I had a blast. I had a blast. People stayed. It wasn't like this whole thing where I've been to some spring games where as soon as the wind starts blowing, it gets a little nippy, people bounce. People stay the whole time. It was great atmosphere. I'm not talking Texas basketball right now, but since Jess put the super chat in here, um, no, I'm excited. Y'all see my tweets about Texas basketball and stuff. We lit. I'm touching on spring game right now, Jess, but I appreciate it. Uh, what's crazy too, just getting to some of these comments. I think I wanted to touch on the Keelan Robinson, Vermont's Taylor comment here. It's just it's so many mouths to feed in a good way. To get in a good way, in a good way. But he can get if needed, and if he can keep his balance, maybe he can be that type of guy. Ramon said was a bad boy though. Was a bad boy. Uh, yeah. So if we move on to so I see. Let me get to the super chat here. Kay Brink, thank you for the donation. Might have already talked about it, but what kind of movement do you see on the O line with the freshmen coming in? I can see two freshmen starting by game 3. So a lot of folks ask me, because this is a good time to touch on this, and thank you for bringing it up, Kate Brink. A lot of folks ask me what I'm looking to see in the spring game, and on Twitter, my answer was more along the lines of receivers and DBs and things of that sort, because I felt like the guys that were in the DB group are probably going to be our opening day starters versus offensive line. We know we got people coming in. I don't know if that's going to be the group opening day, plus Carrick's injury. And then defensive line, we're still outstanding. O'Shawn Mathis, hopefully he commits, and a little bit of shuffling that could happen there. So I didn't really know what to take away from that, because those rooms are incomplete, hence why we have the scrimmage the way we had the scrimmage. But to your point here, tackles, because we're already going down this road again. Hayden Connor, fantastic effort. He's huge. I see why they moved him on the left side, but to me, he's out of position again. He's a guard. To me, he's a guard. I wanted him getting reps at guard and competing with Cole Hudson and Junior. I know they gave Junior snaps at center later in the game. Him and Sawyer Gorham Welsh. Um, but listen, here's my mentality right now with the offensive line because I'm gonna be just flat blunt with you. I want the best five, and this is where Campbell, to me, Cam Williams, Kelvin Banks, people like this factor in early. I need the five best people for run blocking because we're going to be a running football team with play action. There's no way you can tell me right now that you'll be comfortable if we have to drop back pass on a consistent basis. We struggled to block even out of empty. That's just the reality of the situation. We haven't developed the talent on the edges well enough to be able to just drop back pass and do that. The big play we got on play action, what was that? What was that? Right? Play action. Run, 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 play action. Now, that might hinder some of these receivers and these weapons we're talking about. Oh, Karen's about to jump on. All right, I'm gonna get Karen in here too. Hang on one second. Let me get Karen in here. He is gonna make it. But with the offensive line, Christian Jones actually was okay. He held a little bit, but Christian Jones was actually I'm fine with him over there at right tackle for now. But my thing with overall is I want to at least be able to establish the run as best I can with my group and establish physicality. Run blocking gives most of these, especially young linemen, gives them confidence. Let them get confidence. Let them figure out how to maul, and then communication wise, and over time, you can develop that pocket. Let me get Karen in here. Hang on one second, y'all. Karen, I'm gonna send it to you on Twitter. All right, you should have the link. So yeah, the O line. My biggest thing with them at this point for me, I want people that can we get to a point where we can run inside zone? That's where they want to get to. They want to get to a point where they can run inside zone so they can get their RPO and build everything else off that. That way you have those cool ass play action plays like the post and the deep cross with Worthy and Nair to make madness happen even out of 12 personnel, no matter what you're doing. Because right now, everybody's talking about, oh, let's go 11 personnel. Let's go 10 personnel and get all these weapons on the field. You won't have 3 seconds. You won't have 2 seconds. It's no disrespect. It's not even putting the kids at this point in the best position. Over time, yeah, we'll develop the young guys and whatnot. But right now, these freshmen coming in, and I'm gonna get to some of these super chats in here. But some of these freshmen coming in, I just want the people that are going to be able to maul, run block, and develop some confidence and some nasty right away. Because some of the stuff I saw out there at tackle, look, I get it. DJ Harris was making things happen. Baron Sorrell was making things happen. I liked how some of the edge guys played. Some of that stuff was inexcusable though, from some of the tackles, and that to the quarterback thing. People talking about who's going to be QB1. Y'all forget we had both quarterbacks that played last year get injured. So that's part of it too. Now, when we get back to the quarterback stuff, I'll talk about that. But you're not just going to be able to drop back pass like some of these other teams. Not yet. Build your offense off a run. Get these kids in here that can move. Um, Let Bijan eat, let Brooks, Rojo, all these dudes, and then you play action your stuff off of that. That's personally where I'm at right now. I think that's the best case scenario for Quinn and for Hudson too, to keep them upright and confident and playing on schedule. Let's see. I liked the way Jatavian looked, by the way. I thought everything that we've heard about on the backside, I've heard, or not backside, but on everything we've heard about. Let me make sure what's his face getting in here. Oh, my bad, Karen. It's coming. I thought I'd sent it, but I didn't. I didn't hit send. Karen's on his way. Um, but I thought Jatavian, strong hands, strip at the goal line. That's correctable. He's just trying to get a touchdown. It's a spring game. I'd rather that happen in the spring in a practice than with live bullets. But love the effort, love the athleticism. Jatavian looked legit.
What's going on, man?
Quintavious.
Quinjamin, even. Sometimes they call him Quinjamin. Sometimes they call him Quintavious. I'm back in Texas. I'm here at Mom's house at the Live, Laugh, Love Castle. If you can see right.
Hey,
yeah. So
not the Live, Laugh, Love.
We got the Live, Laugh, Love going on here. But yeah, Quintavious, Quinjamin, all the Kool-Aid talk. What a spring game. What a spring practice. Let's be honest here. It wasn't a game in any sort. It was about a 35-minute scrimmage and then drills after that. So fun little practice in front of people. So it was a good time.
Exactly. It was a practice. It was a practice. They didn't divide the team. We touched on that up top because a lot of people complain about the format and stuff, and we just came off the O-line and whatnot. Actually, while you're in here, I want to start with the defense, if you don't mind, because I haven't talked. I've been in here for 32 minutes. I haven't mentioned the defense yet.
Oh no,
Dimple Wonder, what's good, man? How you doing? I do remember now. Now that you said that, I remember you, Hookem. Great to meet you, brother. Great to meet you. These comments are hilarious.
These comments are hilarious. Yeah. Man, I'll put it this way. I think the ones on the offensive line didn't look bad, to be honest with you. They did not look bad whatsoever. I think I know you're saying like Christian Jones. Like I think Christian Jones did relatively well, especially later on, like down the stretch. He wasn't giving up as much pressure as
Tracy said he would have called him for 3 flags.
Actually, I saw more holding from Hayden Connor on the other side, to be honest with you. But that's the thing though. He's strong as hell. You could tell. Like as soon as he got his paws on some people, they were not moving around. But the real concern before we move on to the defense, which I mean, another real concern, but there's no depth right now on that offensive line. Like when I'm seeing that Jalen Garth go out there play, when I'm seeing all of these other guys go out there, not that they're just terrible football players, they're just not there.
They're not ready for this.
They're not ready at all for this. And I think these freshmen, I think a lot of these freshmen are going to come in and be competing, like real talk, getting in there and competing for starting jobs even. Especially now, left tackle is unbelievably open at this point. In my personal opinion, just because not only do you have Hayden Connor moving out there because of Carrick's injury, let's be fair here though, it is because Andre Carrick got hurt, but
he's your one and he's playing out of position.
Exactly, he's your one there. He's playing out of position, and he might be better than Andre Carrick now. And now I think the coaches are going to actually want to take a real look at him in that position. But inside. I'm here to tell you right now, this is my hot take, my big takeaway from everything. Devon Campbell or Kelvin Banks will start week 1, 100% in my mind. Like I honestly unless there's just they get to camp and it's just not clicking for them, I honestly think one of those guys is going to start just because of the way the line's moving. Right now, they got Cole Hudson starting at right guard. I don't see that happen. I don't see him beating out a Devon Campbell whenever he shows up on campus in the fall. But the biggest frustration about the offensive line to me still, we talked about this before. Dude, if Campbell and Banks were here in the spring, not only would they be starters in the fall, we'd be confident. We'd be honestly really confident about them against the Big 12. Not against Bama, of course. People need to stop. I think whenever we talk about offensive line, we're like, well, how are they going to match up against Bama? It's week 2. Relax. Just relax. But I really wish Banks, Campbell, Neto, even Cam Williams were here in the spring just to give us another look, because we didn't even have a solid enough 2 deep to really field a digestible product on the offensive line.
If Cam Williams, I mean, just people like that too, that helps your reps with your defense. I get a better look for the other people too. Like it's all, connected in a lot of ways. Nash, I know Nash, we didn't get to meet up because you had some cell phone issues, but please plug your stuff here. I already saw you had your the Quinn Ewers compilation video up on YouTube. Nash Talks Texas. He be saving people with them highlights.
Oh yeah,
when we can't see
every
them
play
in real time.
And he got, credit to him though. He got this one out quick.
He got the quick out, man. Quick.
He got that out quick. He's almost like the highlight channels, like Matthew Loves Ball. Like I was like, dang, you got a team working with you, Nash, or is it's just all you hard work and dedication? Honestly, that was wild. That was
Plug
wild.
your stuff, Nash. Plug your stuff in the chat, man. You do great work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did. I met Tarek, but in LA. I didn't see him when I was down there. Dang. Yeah. I was, he texted me. I was just waking up.
Tarek going to at the game. Barbecue. You didn't see Tarek?
I didn't see Tarek. I didn't see Tarek at the game. I saw Tarek out in LA like 2 weeks ago. We got, he was sucking down some crawfish, and I was just not, because crawfish is not my thing. But it was a good time. It was a good time. Nothing like meat from the sea. It's interesting. I love it, Nash. UT's my drugs too. They get me high, and they definitely make me hit rock bottom. So I completely agree with that. But no, I wanted your take on the offensive line though too. What were your impressions of the first team? I think obviously second team struggled. I don't think we need to harp on that as much. But your impressions of the first team offensive line.
I didn't have as much problem with Christian Jones as Tracy did, but I hear Tracy with hand placement and getting a little too chippy and grabby with guys. But I'm okay with him over there right now. With Cole Hudson, good for him to get the reps because of Hayden Connor moving out there. So I'm fine with that. The Jake Majors thing, because I know some people were even talking about him getting pushed around even in this game and things of that. You don't have another option startable at center. You don't, and he's your brain right now.
Well,
because
they
were giving Junior snaps.
Yeah,
and Junior rolled the ball back there. I think he was the one that rolled the ball back to Hudson Card, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So Connor Robertson and some of the other guys that are coming in, they're a year away from really competing at that position. But so but I also get somebody that knows what's going on and has played a lot of football. Junior's fine over there at left guard, and then Hayden. So I got options there. It's just not a complete group, to your point, Kieran.
Yeah.
It's not a complete group. And to the super chat that was mentioned earlier about will we see how whether it's 2 or 3 freshmen play on the offensive line early? I think we learned that we're going to need it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the portal thing is like with the numbers now.
Apparently, the thing is, there's going to be more players hitting the portal after the spring. But apparently, we have 3 spots left. Mathis would be one of the guys that we would take if we end up getting him, and then you have 2 left. Which, in my opinion, I was saying this at the game. I was saying this at the game with you and Homer and Landon. I was going off about it. You got to take one, man. You got to take one. I'm sorry. You got to take a tackle. You have to. Right now, you're one injury away from something like a player that's not ready to compete at this level playing. Just no. I I don't know. I feel like you have to take one. I can see the coaching staff's point though. It's just like, yo, let's just build on it, go into next season. We don't want a 1-year rental. But also, why not? Why not if you want to compete this year? But that's another thing. I don't want to say the staff's not completely sold on competing this year, but they are building a culture for the future. We went 5-7. Obviously, expectations are low for our immediate turnaround and national title contendership. But I think that's where us as fans we have to chill out and realize, like, okay, this is a marathon, not a sprint. But
Karen, you were where are you on the defense, man? Because you said you're
okay,
ready. You told me that you're ready to take some sips on offense, but you're not ready to take a sip on defense. What do you
no,
mean by this?
okay, I will take a sip on a surprising. Well, I'll take a sip on a player. I'll say that much.
Okay.
DeAndre Coburn looked freaking amazing yesterday. If you're watching him, I mean, hey, look, he had, and this is when it really showed that he was in shape. We were talking about this too. He's hauling ass to the sideline, like he was subbed out, hauling, like going, and that's 335, 340 pounds of man hauling ass to the sideline. Bo Davis puts his hand out, says, "Go back in," and he turns around, jogs back in there, and I'm saying like, oh, his get off's gonna be terrible. You know what I mean? It's just like he's freaking winded. He was just hauling ass to get down there. Dude, his get off was crazy and it got penetration and ended up making the stop on the run on that same play. I was like, oh, Keandre's in some shape. He looked like visibly, he looked smaller too. Like a little bit smaller. He looked a little bit quicker. He was getting penetration on plays, splitting double teams. I was like, man, Keandre came to play. He really did. Alfred Collins was getting angry in there too. If you go back and watch that game, he was shoving people after the play. I'm like, yeah, be an asshole, Alfred. I love it. Do that. So defensive interior, I'm sipping all the Kool-Aid that you need. I think T'Vondre Sweat didn't really have his best performance. Byron Murphy, he's gonna give you that every single time out. Go ahead.
Tran's one note that he had texted me. He's celebrating his anniversary tonight. So happy anniversary, Tran and Christy, and many more years to come. But he did text me while he was, in between ordering the appetizer at the anniversary dinner and said, "Give a shout out to Big Murph." Because he loves Byron. He said he liked the way Byron Murphy was moving out there.
Dude, Byron Murphy is, I'm telling you, been watching him, went to DeSoto, right down the street. Been watching him since I think he was a sophomore. It's just like, who is that number 10 just getting back there? Just a little tank back there. He's amazing. He's gonna be a real problem for years to come. And I like the fact that he can play 1 or 3 technique for us inside. He can play both sides. If you need that burst, if you need that juice, he's the guy for it. And also, man, down the line, guys like Jere Bledsoe, I'm really hearing good things about too. I didn't even notice him in the spring game though. Did he play?
No, I think he has appendicitis or something.
Oh, of course he does. Goodness gracious, that's tough. But
yeah, so hopefully he'll be good to go for the fall. I think he has appendicitis or something like that.
Let's talk about though the position group on defense that everybody is the most concerned about, the edges. And I will say this: first 2 playing edge, Ovi looked great. Baron Sorrell looked great. How much can I take from that, though, when for the majority of the scrimmage, they were going up against Jalen Garth and I forget who was on the opposite side of him.
We had a walk-on in there at one point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
Max
they
Merrill.
look amazing now. They look amazing now, but we're gonna have to see it in the season. I like Baron Sorrell's body. I like his get off. He looks strong. He looks big, physical. He's going to be able to seal an edge for us, I believe. Yeah, I not completely sold though.
JR is sold on Ovi, and so is Champ. A lot of people are screaming Ovi in the chat, Karen.
Okay.
You're not ready to buy stock yet.
So look, do I think Ovi is going to be good in this system? 100%, because he's going to be able to drop back in coverage, and PK's kind of taken him as his project. Like, that's his guy. That's PK's best, like his baby in that defense is the D end that drops back into coverage. It is. He loves that. Now, is he is he having just an amazing lights out spring because we don't have offensive line depth like what happened last year with Ray Thornton, where we heard all these great things about Ray Thornton and how Ray Thornton was killing it in practice and doing this and this and that. Got to the season, he wasn't a factor whatsoever.
Right.
I'm saying I'm not sipping any Kool-Aid on the edge room until they show it on the field. They have to show it on the field. Linebackers, I'll tell you what, we only got to see like 1 or 2 plays of Overshown. What we're hearing is that he looks really good. If Overshown's playing at his best potential, sure. Like at his highest potential, I think he's going to be great. Jalen Ford looked really solid. He's where he needed to be. He was doing what he needed to do. Devin Richardson had some plays where he ran out of there. That had some plays where it's like, oh, where are you going, man? That was not where you needed to be. But as far as linebackers are concerned, I'm really down for that. Oh yeah, also I didn't touch on Justice Finkley. When is Justice 18 still?
One. Ovi's 18.
No. I'm saying is Justice 18 years old.
18 years old. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think he might still be 18. He's either 18 or 19 years old.
I think he's still 18.
To watch that man go in there against the first team O-line and split a double, I was like, damn, he's a strong ass. And you see him in person, he's just a sturdy built kid. Justice is going to be really solid. He's not a big guy. Saw him up in person, not the tallest guy, but he is a tank, a straight up tank. And I'm extremely excited to see him. But I think it's going to take a year. It's going to take a good year for him to get to the level that we all really want him to be. But yeah. Tracy said Alfred didn't stand out to me, nor did Vernon. No, Alfred was doing some work. Alfred, they lined him up everywhere though. Alfred's going to be playing 5 tech all the way to 1 this season. And I think he looked okay. Vernon, I'm not sure. Vernon, I hope we get it figured out with Vernon here soon. But they were playing him at edge some. Well, actually, no, they were running a 3-4 and he was playing a 4-eye. But yeah. I don't know.
Queenie said
Justice
should have been at prom Justice 18.
Goodness gracious.
Because some of these kids, the grades are a little. We know he's an early enrollee, but like Quinn Ewers is like 1 year kind of older than his class type of thing.
Yeah.
Kent, we're gonna do. They were both at the game with us. Billy came and Brandon came, so they actually did attend the spring game with us. We're gonna have a roundtable on with both Billy and Brandon, so you can hear their takes in about a week or so. So you'll be hearing from them.
I gave them both hell. That's just for all the Longhorn fans out there. Just know I gave them both hell as soon as I saw them. I just told them both that they came to support their favorite team, and they did. They enjoyed it. Hey, look, BA looked like he was having a blast in the best city in Texas. You know what I mean? He looked like he was having a blast away from that college station. Just saying.
BA is living great right now.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Homer, when you're doing tape study, if you could please, I want to know. I wasn't paying too much attention to Cole Hudson. I just want to see how he was holding up because he was running with the first team, and I want to see how he was holding up. But
ditto on that.
Yeah. Oh, Nash wants to hear my take on Nayor. We're talking defense right now, guys. It's time to be disappointed. No Kool-Aid, all right?
Hey. People talking about Blackwell.
Hey. Okay, this is
I got a nickname.
This is why I'm sipping Kool-Aid too. That was the other position group. Safety, I'm gulping down Kool-Aid right now. I am. I'm gonna be honest with you. Safety, I'm going crazy right now. Jaron Thompson was flying all over the field. Mo Blackwell was flying all over the field, hitting people. Keaton Crawford, although he didn't wrap up on a lot of plays, dude, he's so fast coming downhill and hits too. I'm telling you, Keaton Crawford's that guy. BJ Allen actually looked pretty solid. He blew up Keelan Robinson on one of those plays. Dude, safety, I like the safety room, man. I really do. I really like the safety room. A. Cook got a pick. He just looks consistent, solid. I don't like A. Cook just looked like he's always where he needs to be. Didn't really make too many mistakes last night. You rarely heard his name, which is, if from the words of Earl Thomas, I'm a safety. Like if you're hearing my name a lot, I'm not doing my job well, apparently. You know what I mean? So, oh my goodness.
Hey,
Blackwell, but hey,
Nate, that was Blackwell. I told y'all when he hit X, that's the hardest I've ever seen X get hit since he's been
yeah.
at Texas. Period. I haven't seen nobody blow him up like that.
Dude,
I
and what I'm
call
telling you is,
Blackwell. I call Blackwell. My nickname for him is Game Speed because brothers like that only know how to play one way.
yeah.
My nickname for him is Game Speed because there's times, even though I know everybody's giving their best effort, you can tell sometimes people are moving like it's a scrimmage, if you know what I mean. He was out there game speed.
Yeah.
I'm coming
Going,
like in the
taking
goal
bodies.
line situations, red zone, he's coming downhill. So even, for the people that aren't buying reps at him playing safety like that or boundary, whatever, he is a core special teamer. There's a lot people like that can give you. Certain situations he can play. So don't outright dismiss him. And I think, he's become a little bit of a fan favorite. The goons would have slid on
He
Blackwell.
said, my boy JR said the goons would have slid on Blackwell. Blackwell was almost an op. For real.
JR's killing
For
me.
real. Man. I like that. I like that comment by Doc. Keaton Crawford's speed might be reminiscent of Earl Thomas. Dude, that's the thing that I really like about him. He flies around the field like I haven't seen in a minute in that safety room. The way he goes sideline to sideline with quickness, I love Keaton Crawford back there in coverage. I really do. But man, I'll tell you what though, I'm glad Bijan didn't play because if anyone would have hit him, everyone's pissed. I'm gonna be honest with you, everyone's pissed off.
You remember
Just
how
watching
mad
Bijan
Tran got last year when Brennan Schooler pulled up on him on the sideline.
Yeah.
So
oh
he was
yeah,
ready to pull
in his
foul.
practice run. I remember that. Oh yeah, you getting kicked off the team. You go out there and hit Bijan. I'm gonna be honest with you. Doesn't need any takes. Yeah. So Renee commented saying I met Malik Murphy. I met Malik Murphy Friday night before the game. He was getting burritos down like on West Campus. Malik Murphy's a solid 6'6", guys, and a sturdy built 6'6" too. Blackwell wears black Air Forces. Hey, and I'm telling you, yo, his teammate Travell Johnson does the same exact thing. They both run and hit, dude. They both run and hit. It's crazy. It's crazy. Man, I guess this is my thing though. What do you guys what do you think about Mo Blackwell long term though at safety? Does he get burned or is he just going to be like a box safety lightning package like with Todd Orlando when you go 3 safety in the big like against
That's more of what I'm
team?
thinking. I'm still thinking more. I don't know for this defense if he's that, all we didn't see him like cover anybody. I don't know if he can cover a tight end. I just know that he takes an angle and he wants to kill somebody, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had. I mean, sometimes we've had people like that, but it was just refreshing to just like see somebody said he had y'all were hilarious.
Blackwell
he was out there playing
football. Blackwell was a frequent in ISS in school. That's what Blackwell was. They made Blackwell walk through the metal detector twice going to class. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's another take too. I got some takes after the spring game. Deshaun Jameson's going to be starting at corner this year for you. Not because, well, I mean, like, yeah, I think he's the second best corner on the team right now. I really do. We didn't get to see Gilbo. I heard he was taking some first team reps off of Jameson in practice. But I don't think Terrence Brooks is there yet. And Steven, I was talking to you about this. I want to have a real conversation about the size. Is he going to be a corner long term? I think he has incredible coverage skills. Incredible. And honestly, I think he does exactly what they want him to do as far as getting his hands on receivers. But
Terrence Brooks, this is.
Yeah. Seeing the fact that he weighs 210 pounds, though, is That's the size that like Chris Adamora was playing like nickel in the Chris Ash defense. I I don't think you're playing corner at 210 where you're outweighing these speedy Big 12 receivers by 30 pounds out on the edge. That's tough. I don't know. I want to get you guys' I want to get you guys' opinion on that. Like, I think Ryan Watts has got a starting job locked down. He's just incredibly hard to get off on the line of scrimmage. He's going to be able to stay with you. But man, I don't know. That other corner spot concerns me. The field corner spot concerns me.
So I want to touch on Watts real quick before we get back to Terrence Brooks. Watts, one of the things in terms of what he showed yesterday, whenever he was targeted, was what you would want to see from a boundary corner. The play, I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Casey Kane or whoever was running that. Maybe it was Moochie that was running the go. But you can see the receiver kind of stumbling. That's what you want, right? And you said it, Kieran, when we were watching the game, leaning on those guys, using your size, using your physicality. Those guys should not be balanced when running routes against you, especially to the sideline. So all those things we saw from Watts yesterday, we got to see more, right? To be, totally okay, we're comfortable and justified there. But in terms of what has been marketed to us about Ryan Watts and what we've heard from behind the scenes, what I saw on Saturday lined up with what I've heard, which is good. So I'm a check there for Watts. The only thing is we just got to be careful with officiating, because sometimes those big corners, the refs, they can get handsy, and depending on certain referees, they may not let you just knock people off balance like that all the time. But I like that. Terrence Brooks I thought it was Brooks who had the PBU in the end zone. But Charles just mentioned it. Charles just mentioned it. He looks sluggish on the Roshan run. Let's keep it a buck right now. And this is not trying to pick on nobody, okay? But on the Roshan clearly has been doing some speed training, and I love the way he's carrying the rock. But
he's also pumping his arms
now. Smoked him.
Yeah. Roshan's looking quick, man. Also, I just gotta say, I think the like Tom Herman punishing you for not holding the ball high and tight, even whenever you're in the clear. Now that's gone. He was actually pumping both arms when he was running. I was like, dude, because if you watch,
it's funny how you look faster when you do that.
It's almost like sprinting mechanics tell you should pump both of your arms to go faster. But I mean, has Roshan ever fumbled in his career? If he has, he hasn't lost it, I don't think. So like ball security is not a real issue with me and Roshan, to be honest with you. But Brooks did not have his best day. I'll say that much. Brooks did not have his best day whatsoever. I think, my thing is, you're going to have to get down size-wise. At this level, 195, if you can get there. He was listed, the reason I'm saying 210 is I believe he was listed on the actual official website as 210. If he is 205, that's great. But still, that's big for a 5'11".
Yeah, somebody check the Texas side right now, because he looks thick.
Yeah, he does, and that was my thing. Like him and Jameer Johnson on that play just didn't seem to me to have that top end speed. I think they're still both projects though. They're both so young. And honestly, I think as far as a pure technique perspective, if that's brought in, Terrence Brooks is top tier. I think he's going to be able to have an incredible career. My only concern is right now is that at corner, you're going to be great. I think Terrence Brooks is going to be phenomenal. Is he going to be phenomenal at corner though? Or are they going to move him to a boundary safety? We'll see.
We'll see. He's so young though that we honestly we know he has the football IQ. He has the ability. I think it's just more so kind of where his body takes him.
Hmm.
a little bit with Brooks, and wherever his body takes him, that's where we utilize his services and develop into an NFL player.
Yeah.
They call me Wilson. That was the play I'm talking about. Yeah, Watts. Moochie almost fell down, but he was just leaning on him, right? And that's how you want to see those big physical corners play.
Yeah.
That's
And
what you want to
even
see.
I'm not sure if you guys got to see it on LHN, but like some of the reps between him and Nair were freaking fun as hell to watch. Both of them are big as hell, athletic as hell, going at each other. Like Nair's footwork though too. Oh my gosh, Isaiah Nair is
Margin Hooks trained.
Isaiah Nair. Margin Hooks is a wizard, man. He's doing
Did you
God's work.
see the way Nair hit his back foot off the first catch
Yeah,
and just pivoted up? That's NFL technique
took off, took right on off.
on one step.
Mm.
No bullshit steps, no chopping the feet. It was just catch, turn up field, like
Bye.
bye, right?
Yeah. And this is the thing that I noticed too. Nair's going to have a lot of plays this season where it doesn't look like he's running that fast, but he's burning everybody. Because on that, I'm telling you, on the touchdown pass that Quinn threw to him, right? I'm not sipping Kool-Aid, by the way. Don't get me started.
All right,
Quinjamin dropped the dime.
this before you make your point.
Yeah.
I want this to carry into the quarterback conversation because the people need to hear us both talk about the quarterbacks. But
Gotcha.
go ahead.
No, but Quinn. So two things on this play. One, Isaiah Nair is running like a damn deer upfield. And I feel like I'm having deja vu right now because I feel like I've said this before. Like Isaiah Nair is going to be galloping like a damn gazelle upfield, and Quinn Ewers is going to hit him on the money. I didn't think Quinn Ewers was going to be able to make that throw, first of all, because I haven't seen anybody in a Texas uniform drop a freaking dime from 55 out like that on a long play action motion, like a long developing play action.
A long developing play. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he freaking did it. But more than that, Isaiah Nair just didn't look like he was running that fast. But then you look at him, he's 6'4", and his strides are incredible. And the crazy thing about him is he gets to top speed in like 3 steps. It's gone. Like he's right up out of there. No, for real. Like Texas Homer saying I said it at the game. Yeah, for real. It's like a damn deer. It's crazy. But dude, Quinn dropping that ball was incredible though too. It's hard not to sip the Kool-Aid. But Texas Homer had a lot of good points. I'll actually let him save a lot of those points for whenever he does his breakdown because I'm sure one is coming. But some phenomenal points about like the differences between like Card and what their strengths and weaknesses are. I don't want to like steal all his points, but some very good things that he pointed out. But yeah, let's just talk about quarterbacks. Let's get into it. People want to hear about the nuts on shoulders talk and the Quinn Davius,
So here's the good from both, right? For me, I'm actually, because Richard kind of stole the word I was using earlier, which is effortless. There's a lot of very difficult things from a passing perspective that Quinn Ewers does that he makes look effortless. The touchdown throw to Xavier Worthy in the red zone competition or whatever, when Bug Thompson's coming down in the window. And I know all y'all are blowing up Deshaun Jameson on Twitter about outside leverage. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm talking to quarterbacks right now.
Stop tweeting at players, by the way. Don't tweet at them.
Yeah,
don't
like
them. Everybody, don't at them.
I'm not. Yeah, like it is what it is. But in terms of the throw, that looked Patrick Mahomes-ish in terms of the mechanics and just the arm talent and ability. So I'm excited to see oh my God talent playing quarterback. I'm sorry. I'm there with that with Quinn.
Well, this is the thing though. With both of these guys, they have oh my God talent everywhere else. You know what I mean? Like it's not, in my opinion, it's not even really going to take oh my God all the time because Zay looks okay. Well, I'll get to that later. I'll let you finish your point. I got takes just to,
because I'm doing kind of like my pot right now. I'm like, these are the things I'm excited about. Both Quinn and Hudson is where I'm at right now because I'm gonna get to the flip side of it. But with Quinn, he does things that are just effortless. And that's, from a standpoint of the first throw to Dejon Harrison, you plug Jordan Whittington or anybody that knows how to, better track a football and really,
Non-DB, yeah.
yeah, can go and get it. Like, that's a touch, right? And so that first throw right off the bat, your first throw against, when you haven't really been playing football for the last like 2 years, you just gun it, right?
Yeah.
That's just natural, good looking stuff. The anticipation, also his aggressiveness. Like, people talk about the picks. When you have that type of arm, you're gonna throw some picks. Show me one big arm quarterback that didn't throw picks early in his career because he has an oh my god arm.
Yeah.
So you're gonna, like, that is, to me, that should be expected. The picks, and that's where Sark is gonna have to manage and teach the guy. But
well, also, if you think a kid that's supposed to be a high school senior is not going to come in here and throw interceptions against college defenses, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. Like, I don't care how good of a freaking prospect he is. Everyone's going to come in and throw some dumb picks. Trevor Lawrence did the same thing his freshman year. Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah. I want to touch on Card real quick before I pass it to you. I thought Hudson Card, a lot of people, y'all are saying some stuff about Hudson in here, and I think some of that is based on only what you saw from him last year. Hudson Card under Steve Sarkisian is developing. Whether you guys like it or not, he's developing. His feet do look better to me. His decision-making looked better. I like the fact that he was more decisive trying to run. Yes, there are times where he is not taking the shots that Quinn Ewers naturally just takes, right? And sees things. He has a creative mind, too, that you can tell with Quinn. But with Hudson is executing the offense. And like I've said before, you had 2 quarterbacks get injured last year. I need both of them in the room. Now, we can argue about who needs to start game 1 and all that type of stuff, but it's good for us if Hudson Card continues to develop.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I need him to continue to develop. Quinn Ewers can go out there and win the job, and then against Bama, something, God forbid, something happens, right? And now we're like, oh, why isn't Hudson Card ready to play? No, I need both of them to be ready to go. And I'm glad that Hudson Card is executing, so it pushes Quinn.
Yeah.
That's good, healthy competition. I'm glad Malik Murphy's participating in 7-on-7. Push the room.
I would have loved to see Malik just actually get some reps in here. I think Malik's going to be special. But yeah, I completely agree with you too. I think everybody's counted out Card, including myself. I'm still like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I still think Quinn's going to get this job. I really do. But I'll put it this way. There's two things that really separate both of them. And they both kind of balance each other out, in my opinion. I think Quinn, like you said, more creative mind. He's going to take more shots. He is. And honestly, in a weird way, I'm not saying that it's the same exact thing. It's sort of the same thing that we saw on the field during the season last year, at least early on, the difference between what Casey Thompson was doing and the difference with what Hudson was doing. And it was Casey's going to take the shots, but he'll also throw in a triple coverage whenever he just does not need to. And in cases like that, Hudson Card is the guy that you want because Hudson is not going to make a dumb turnover. He's smart with the football. He is. But also, I think Hudson's not going to take as many shots, not going to take as many risks. And in an offense like this, it just depends on what Steve Sarkisian wants. It really does. Does he want a guy that's going to be able to make that extremely explosive play, but also throw some picks? Because in my opinion, this is what the 2 quarterbacks provide. I think both of them can move the ball on the right day. But I think Quinn is always going to be able to move the ball. I just think he's going to be turning the ball over as well. I think Hudson can move the ball if the defense gives him what he wants. And that's where that switch needs to flip for Hudson, in my opinion. The short game, phenomenal. What he does over the middle, phenomenal. Taking those shots outside, consistently hitting those. I need to see that more. The pocket presence, yes, it looks good, but it's also a spring game setting. He knows he's not going to get hit. He knows there's no real threat of that, no game pressure. Like, Yes, he can really focus on his craft. What does that look like under the lights, though? Like against an actual team? We won't know. We will not know. And to me, that's the biggest difference in this competition. We've seen, and it comes down to a trust thing too. If you're the head coach of a football team, you need to trust your quarterback more than any other player on the team to make the right decisions on the field, to make the right decisions in the locker room, to make the right decisions off the field, to make the right decisions in the media room. You depend on your quarterback. He's the face of your team. He's a franchise. I think Sarkisian already had a little bit of trust kind of peeled away from him last year when he gave the keys to Hudson and things didn't go as well as they could have. Is that Hudson's fault? No. He's starting his first freaking 2 games of his entire career at college, at his freaking home school that he's grown up like supporting since he was a small kid. But I honestly think when it comes down to this competition, Quinn is going to make more explosive plays happen. And I think the upside, I don't even think this is a question, though. I want to get your opinion on this. I think as far as upside is concerned, Quinn has more. And I think he
no,
showed
that's
that.
not to me.
He
Yeah, I
showed
don't
that.
think that's the question.
Yeah, I mean, but like Card has talent. He has all the arm in the world.
Yes,
but
he does have talent.
I don't think he'll ever get to a level at what Quinn can get you to. And that's why I think Quinn gets the job.
It's also processing speed as a quarterback. And Quinn, again, sometimes you're wrong in the information you're processing. But with Quinn, he's there's already that aspect of some fearlessness to him. And again, it's just understanding what your talent is and knowing that you want to go out there and be aggressive and move the football down the field. And Steve Sarkisian is an aggressive play caller. And you know, I really think, you know, I agree with you. I think ultimately Quinn Ewers is going to win this job and be the starting quarterback game 1.
Yeah.
Because I think if it's close, Sark's going to go the other way this time and just stick with him and develop him, right?
Yeah. Well, you have to at this
versus
point.
kind of the yo-yo thing last year.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is you need both to be engaged, because Quinn Ewers, again, he's not some massive guy, though. And you have we just spent 15 minutes talking about our concerns about the offensive line. I need 2 quarterbacks ready to go for multiple reasons, not just who's playing better, right? And so I need to make sure both can move the offense. I totally agree with a lot of the comments being said here. As Homer said, they're both these guys are on the team. I think sometimes we talk about people like it's like, you know, I'm in this camp or I'm in this camp, but we all recognize, I think everyone here recognizes Quinn as a generational prospect with some certain abilities, but we have to see it manifest. He's inexperienced.
Yeah.
We saw that
showing.
yesterday.
Yeah, it's showing.
He's inexperienced. And it's not just reading defenses, by the way. I want to say this too. It's also understanding your protections. We talk about the offensive line. One of the things that we don't see as fans is if the quarterback sets the wrong protection or doesn't check something off with his back and say, hey, you need to go pick this up over here. And all of a sudden, a free rusher comes, and then everybody thinks the offensive line screwed up when the quarterback didn't set the proper protection. So these are little intricate details that do go into it. Quinn also hasn't played football in a while. You could tell a little bit with his feet.
You can tell.
That will pick up.
Yeah.
As he gets more reps.
The speed of the game itself. You're not running practice squad reps at Ohio State anymore. You're running a live scrimmage with the ones, with a guy that runs 4-3 playing wide receiver for you running downfield. Like it's different. It's really different.
Mm-hmm.
But
I still think but at the end of the day, I think by the time you get through summer, and I already like the work ethic aspect. I like what they did before the spring, getting guys together in DFW, all the work they did. I think they're going to replicate that in the summer. I think now that the offense has been installed, he really conceptually knows what's going on. I think he's going to be in it to win the job and really want to win it. Not win it because my NIL money says I should win the job, but I'm winning the team. If that makes sense. That's what I'm talking about. Quentin, I hear you. This play you're talking about here, I put this up for a reason. This is one of the frustrating things with Hudson Card sometimes is he won't take that risk because I do believe he had the arm
Oh
talent
yeah,
to
for
make
sure.
that
He
particular
definitely could have gotten
throw.
there. Yes.
He could have got that, but he's not processing it that way. And he just didn't see it. And he ran. He got like, I don't know what, Kieran, like 8 or 9 yards, but he could have had a touchdown.
No, I think he ended up.
Or
Yeah,
did
yeah,
he
he
check
ended
it
up. Yeah, he
down?
ran on that play.
I
He
think
either
he
ran on that play
ran.
or he hit somebody short.
I think he ran.
Yeah. Okay. Then he
I
ran.
know exactly what play Quentin is talking about
Yeah.
because
No,
we were
same. It's where he's
screaming,
rolling to his right, and Zay was
right? We're
wide open.
screaming
Yeah.
in the stands like,
Yeah.
where are these wide open? So those are some things that Quinn just naturally sees. You see what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like,
yo,
so that's why the allure is there. But from a
Homer is
health
a troll.
standpoint, you need both quarterbacks ready to go. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah. Homer is hilarious, man. Yeah, Doug. Can we talk about that real quick?
Hold on. Where are we
I
go?
just
What do we want to talk
he
about?
said Charles. Just scroll down to the comment section. He said Charles Wright is starting this year, and all of y'all are tripping.
Oh no, y'all leave my boy alone,
Man,
bro.
okay.
Hey, leave him
Okay, you
alone,
got a
bro.
super chat earlier. Man, asking about transfers. I don't think Charles Wright's going to transfer, Austin kid, but damn, he got in, played. What was it? 2 plays. I think he had 2 plays. He had a rollout for an incompletion, I think, and then ended up fumbling the ball and losing it on the second one. I was like, man, oh my goodness. But that was Sark wasn't playing that shit though. He really was not. Sark got him right up out of there. He was like, all right, cool, you're not ready. Sit down. Back on the bench. I was like, damn.
I like my man Chuck, and we over here we over here joking and
Yeah,
everything.
we love Chuck.
But Chuck wasn't ready to play football yesterday, and that's okay. We'll
Chuck
get
was
better. We're
chilling,
gonna
man.
grow from this.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna grow from this. Chuck, we need you to stay in the books, keep learning, keep developing, do your thing
You got to
behind
be
that,
lighting
young
scout
man.
team up. I'm telling you. It's going to be a good time.
We need every member of this team to do their part. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's the guys on the scout team that, need to give you them good reps.
Yeah. You want to talk about receivers a little bit?
Aaron Porter, it was great meeting you. Yeah, we can talk.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments.
Oh yeah, because you had a super chat earlier. I was trying to remind you.
Oh, I did?
Yeah,
Okay.
you had a like a $10 super chat earlier that I don't think we got.
Oh, my bad. It was Kaysen.
Yeah, Kaysen.
Kaysen. What's up? Kaysen and I saw Kaysen. Kaysen, they had a fire sale yesterday. I think Kieran, you went to the fire sale.
I was there. I went to the fire sale. I got a hoodie, some shoes. It was a good time.
Yeah, Kaysen got some good stuff over there. It was really nice to meet you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. This actually kind of goes to what you wanted to talk about, though.
Yeah. So, who do we think is going to transfer out after watching the spring game? So, I don't want to go out and say like, oh, this kid's going to transfer because they're not good enough to play here or anything like that. I just don't think that's the case. But also, look at how we're recruiting. Look at the people that we're bringing in. Look at how they're playing. I think some of these kids will end up transferring out just to play somewhere else because I just don't see them getting some stuff done. But also, Steve, you made this point multiple times. The transfer portal is a very humbling place for young men, an extremely humbling place for young men. And the thing is, like, us as fans can look at the transfer portal and look at numbers and be like, well, they just need to leave. They're not going to play here. That kid might not have an opportunity to play college football at this level ever again. But if he stays, focuses on his stuff, works as hard as he can, he might be able to actually crack like the field. Like he might be able to crack the rotation and get in there. Whereas if he hits the portal, he might go to Blinn or Tyler Junior College and never be heard of again. You know what I mean? Like you're weighing things here because the portal does not provide P5 opportunities for every kid that plays at Texas. It's just not how it is. We saw that with the 5-star safety we had last year. You know what I mean? Like it's a very unforgiving place. Because at the end of the day, these teams are going to evaluate you if they're offering you a scholarship as well.
Very
but
humbling.
as far as players that are going to transfer out, I think I'm looking at the wide receiver room. I'll be honest with you. Man. Okay, I have a take. And I really want to get your opinion on this, Steven. I don't think he will because I know his dad's like very like you got to work through it. Marcus Washington, I feel like he needs something to change. I don't know if he's in his head. I don't know if he needs a scene change. I don't know what it is. He's entirely too talented to be struggling as much as he has been. The ball's going right through his hands multiple times. I'm like, dude, what are we doing? What are we doing? Same thing with Kelvontae Dixon. It's not working for him. It's not working for him here. It's not. And I might be wrong. We might have, God forbid, some sort of injury. Kelvontae gets in there and crushes it. But, dude, it's year 3, and it doesn't seem like he's climbing up the depth chart. As a matter of fact, it looks like he's falling down. Marcus Washington, he's doing good in practice, but when those lights come on, dude, it's the same thing. It's freaking nails on a chalkboard right now with Marcus Washington. We all know he's talented. I'm sure everybody in here wants Marcus Washington to be the same player that we saw at Under Armour All-American game. We all do.
And he's a team player.
Exactly. He's the best blocking wide receiver on the team. He can get open. He consistently gets open even. He flashes all the time, but it's just the consistency is what he really needs to be a good player, a starting caliber wide receiver for this team. And we just don't see it from him. And it sucks. It really sucks. And honestly, I think when you get other guys here, when you get this next wide receiver class that we're going to have coming in, when you get Ajay Hall here, it's going to get harder and harder for him to touch the field if he doesn't wake up and get it done. I'd say that position is going to lose some. Defensive line, I don't want to say like player specific, but Vernon Broughton, I don't see being here very long. Man,
I want to say something here though, because I see a lot of conversation about like people, and I don't know what context, because these are comments.
Yeah.
If y'all are being facetious or what, but like, there's nothing wrong with going to Sam Houston State at all.
Exactly. They just won an FCS national championship.
That's part of my thing here, right? It's where can you go and just get a fresh start, even if it's a lower tier program or whatever. Those guys know what they're doing over there. That's good football. My cousin was being recruited over there. Those people know football over there. Okay, that's not it's not. Yes, it's not Power 5. It's not the sexy Austin, Texas facilities and all this type of stuff. But my issue is the kids that hit the portal that don't want to go to Sam Houston, right? That won't humble themselves.
Yeah.
That still think they can get an offer from LSU.
Yeah.
You're not Quinn Ewers. You're not Xavier Worthy that can just jump in the portal also as a 17 or 18-year-old and then go catch on somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right? So it's also understanding context as a 20-year-old or a 21-year-old or a 22-year-old. Like, everybody gives BJ Foster shit. He graduated. He got his degree and said, I'll go play football over there. I have no problem with that. And I wish him the best of health, the best of luck, and I hope he balls out over there. I have no problem. That's the best scenario for him. He graduated. But some of these kids, because that's not what I'm talking about. Some of these kids are not graduating, leaving, and thinking they're going to go to P5.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to go to, some other, high-level FCS program that can actually give me the time and what I need to be developed.
Who have a history of development.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop turning your noses at that. There's some really good HBCUs out there.
Yeah.
That can help you, young men. But we gotta. That's part. People talking like this is what messes some of these kids up when they get in the portal and get humbled.
Yeah.
And think somebody's coming to get them, and nobody's coming to get them.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree. All like someone said in here, all football's good football. Stay, get your degree. Alvonte Woodard did it. Alvonte Woodard stayed his 4 years, got his degree. Now he's in the portal trying to find another home. to play football. He never really got a shot here. Didn't work out, but he stayed. He got his degree. He still wants all those damn practices. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. There was a comment
Just don't
here
think you're about to go to LSU, bro. Be realistic.
Yeah.
You know, the Ohio State offer's not coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
No. And there was also a comment here that I saw a little bit earlier talking about Marcus Washington, Ben. No, I completely agree. Marcus is valued by his teammates, valued by everybody. I just think he could be a starter, like a wide receiver 1 or 2 at another Power 5 program. That's how good I think Marcus Washington is. And maybe he performs to the maximum, to the best of his ability at that place where I don't know. I have no clue. It is what it is, though. Man. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about wide receiver, though. I really want to get to these points.
Hey, jump in. I like my starters. I gave an ode to Jordan Whittington up top, though. I'm just letting you know offhand, but you go ahead.
This is not going to be a surprise to anybody. Xavier Worthy physically looks better than last year. Quicker, faster, stronger, and looks almost unguardable right now. And I can't help but make this comparison because it's literally, I mean, you look back, I think he's our Devontae Smith. I really do. I think he's our Devontae Smith. You look at, I mean, goodness gracious, if you end up looking at their recruiting rankings, it's eerily similar. I think like Devontae was like 61, Xavier was like 62. Like they were both 6'1", 190 coming out of high school. He is incredible. This is not a shock to anybody, but it's almost surreal seeing it in person. It's like, oh no, nobody's guarding him. Nobody's guarding him. Us against Bama, he's going to be a dog out there. I'm sorry. Nobody in the Big 12 is stopping that guy from getting 100 if he wants to get 100. I wholeheartedly feel that way. Then you couple that with Isaiah Nayer being the freaking specimen that he is.
I like the way they complement each other.
Dude, it's incredible. It's incredible how they complement each other. Nayer is a big body. He can catch the back shoulder fade. He can take it over the middle. And the thing is, he can also route you up. He really can. His stop is amazing. And you have to respect that too, because he will burn you deep. Even if you are even with him, he's going to go up. He's a matchup nightmare. Then you got Jay Witt, who just hope he stays healthy, because if he does, he's going to have an amazing season. He's a third down go-to guy.
Quarterback friendly.
Yeah, quarterback friendly, all of that. I don't want to like add this in, but well, he's technically a wide receiver. Jaleel Billingsley's going to have an amazing year. And I don't think people see it now, but he's going to be a nightmare to match up with, especially in motion. They're going to move him around as much as possible. They don't have to use another wide receiver in that set. I'm telling you guys, this offense, and that's what I'm saying about like Quinn being this like, oh, amazing, like all-world quarterback. In my personal opinion, you have so many weapons capable of getting open. All you got to do is make the right play, which is why I think Card has a legit shot in winning this. Do I think he's going to win the quarterback competition? Me personally, no. But also, I can see both of these guys winning a lot of games. I really can. I'm not, bro. I'm telling you. Go watch Isaiah Nayer.
Why are they going in on you about Nayer, bro?
I'm telling you, bro. Go watch him. Do we watch him on Ryan Watts? We watched him on Ryan Watts, bro. Like I'm telling you, go watch him. It's not just the size and speed. It's his feet. The footwork is insane. His ability to stop, go, accelerate at that size is insane. He reminds me, I told you this too. He reminds me a lot of Michael Gallup for the Cowboys when he's healthy. Reminds me a lot.
They had an audio on the touchdown that they posted with Quinn, and Quinn was telling Nayer, he looked at the camera, he's like, I told him. Right before that, you hear Nayer say no false steps to the camera. He's like, no false steps, right? So just talking to your point about the emphasis on footwork with those guys, because I know for a fact that something that Margin Hooks at the camps and how he coaches, and Brennan Marion and how he coaches,
Yeah.
those guys emphasize those things.
Yeah.
We got to be efficient with our feet. You should be able to get here in 2 steps, not 5 steps.
Yeah.
you know, like,
And also, that's the reason why Quinn didn't hit Dejon Harrison for a touchdown on the first drive. Took more steps to get past his man than he needed to. I'm not okay, Ben. I am not drowning in Kool-Aid. We just talked about the defense for 30 minutes. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, you're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me.
Ben said
You're really not.
You ain't getting me, dog.
You're not getting me. You're not getting me. I'm sipping. If you want to say I'm sipping the past games Kool-Aid, 100%. I'm drowning in it. Sure. Everything else, you're not getting me. I don't even believe in our run game as much as I should. I really don't. Just because I'm still suspect with this offensive line. Now, our backs, I think we have one of the best running back rooms in the country. Not buying in on it completely, though. We have Bijan. But I'm more sold on this pass game. I'm telling you. Telling you.
Nash is
Did he say Julio? Wow. See, that is Kool-Aid. That right there is Kool-Aid, son.
That's Kool-Aid.
Brother, put the cup down, Nash, please. Nash, please put it down.
Nash,
delete that comment
drinking
before
right
people
now?
come in here and see it, because we're going to hear about it all offseason if he just does not perform. Yeah.
Hey, this is where I've been. We keep talking about the toys, but we don't want to talk about the infrastructure of the whole.
That's why I don't believe in the run game. But I honestly do believe in the quick pass game. 2009 it up. 2019 LSU it up. Quick pass game. You're going to have the weapons. If it's not working in your base 11, 12 personnel, if it's not working there, when you're trying to establish the run game and play action, go 10 personnel with a Jai Hall, Xavier Worthy, Isaiah Nair, and Jordan Whittington. One of those guys is going to get open within 3-4 seconds of the play. I'm sorry. Just make it happen. Make it happen. Get him out there quick. Also, love Keelan Robinson actually catching some stuff. They've been working on his hands, and I was really, really, really happy with that. Doing cake stands of Kool-Aid. Dude, we are not sipping that much. Now. Nash is crazy, bro.
Bro said that's not Kool-Aid, that's MD 2020. I'm done. Brother said you on that Mad Dog 2020.
Oh my God.
He said, bro, Julio Iglesias.
Hey, Julio Iglesias was a dog, though. He was a dog. That's wild, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Nash, you going crazy, bro.
Y'all go subscribe. He be
Julio
holding us down.
Jones.
He's just a little drunk right now.
Oh, he's serious about it. He's defending it too. Man. Okay, I'll tell you what. I think I'm not. No, hell no. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna defend the take. For size, he's physical. He can high point the ball. He's fast. Julio Jones is crazy, though. Julio Jones is crazy.
Aaron, they'll be here on Tuesday. This is actually a great segue. So a couple things I want to plug before we get to like the last part of this. This is a great conversation. 320 in here. Make sure you hit the like button. 320 in here. We deep in here talking on a Sunday night at 10:50. We
People are
deep
sipping
in here.
Kool-Aid all up in here. It's terrible.
There's nothing but Kool-Aid in the chat.
It's a Kool-Aid chat.
So Tuesday.
No, JS Hooper sipping it too. No. Jordan Whittington is not Henry Ruggs, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I love Jay Witt, but he's not Henry Ruggs, dog. No. Absolutely not. No. Stop it.
So hold on. I'm gonna get to the super
it.
chat. I want to get to the super chat question because that's a really good question. Aaron, the OU guys, we are going to have Chris and Seth in here, whether you guys like it or not. They are going to come on Tuesday and, talk about all their fundraising efforts up there at Norman and what they're excited about with BV. And we'll have we have a lot to talk about with them. So they'll be on the live on Tuesday night. And Nina will be in here too. holding down the fort with me, Nino's corner. Now, that's to answer Aaron's question. So Tuesday night, if y'all want to hear trash talk with some OU people, that's when you need to tune in. If you don't want to hear that, then sit that one out. Get into the super chat because this is a good one, and I'll let Kieran jump in here.
Well, I mean, you know me. You know I got hot takes on hot takes.
I
said
know you
last
do.
season. I said last
This
season.
question was built for you.
No, it definitely is. I come away from everything with takes. That's it. All right. So do you want like blazing hot, or do you want this is just for you, Steven. Do you want blazing hot, or do you want like my like realistic, like I'm not gonna get completely flamed for this type hot take? Both of them are hot, but like there's one that's like, dude, come on. No, actually, no, I'm not doing that one. I can't. That's too Kool-Aid-ish. No. So I'm gonna give you guys my realistic.
Yeah. And you gotta say something for content you might have coming down the road.
Yeah, I'll save that one for later. All right. Okay. So my hot take coming away from the spring game. I think Quinn Ewers breaks Colt McCoy's touchdown and yardage record this season.
And yardage.
Yeah. I think it's 3,800 yards. 3,800 yards. It's like 38 something. And 34 touchdowns is the touchdown record. In my honest opinion, he does it by game 10 or 11. Serious with you. I'm being dead serious. I really think he does. And I say that because I saw Casey go out there and throw damn near 30 touchdowns in 10 games. And he missed some games, though, too. You know what I mean? Yardage is going to be the weird one. Yards is going to be the tough one. But I think Quinn gets it done. I think Quinn breaks both of those records rather comfortably. I think we see Quinn become the first quarterback to hit 40 touchdowns.
Okay. Brother Nash is still getting cooked.
They
said Nash already had the hottest take.
Bro, you said some hot shit when you have to like clarify just exactly what you said. Nash, you said his comp was Julio. Now I know you're not saying that he's as good as Julio.
Right.
From a physical traits perspective, we get what he's saying.
Profile.
Yes. But you can't just say he's who's that German dude that was 6'4" and ran 4.3? You know, say he's that guy that the Vikings took, that Moritz Borang or whatever his name was, to say that he's him. Don't say Julio. Come on now. It's Julio. It's Julio Jones, man. What are we talking about? Oh.
They said your take was, it sounds like the people thought your take was lukewarm.
Lukewarm? I said he's going to break Colt McCoy single season records. That's lukewarm? I'm literally telling you.
People are drinking the Kool-Aid tonight.
I'm thinking Quinn Ewers is literally going to have, if not the best, the second best single season throwing that a Texas quarterback ever has. That's not a hot take. That's not hot. That's not hot.
To me, that's a hot take.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's got to be a hot take.
To me, that's a hot take.
It's a hot take, dude. I'm telling you.
Because there's so much that, you know, factors. I mean, the Big 12 defenses have gotten better over the years. We've seen some inconsistency.
Well,
to say,
let's go down the line though. Let's go down the line. You got ULM. He could put up 5. Easy. You know, I'm not going to go like through each game, but ULM, he's going to put up numbers. Bama, we'll see. UTSA, he'll put up numbers. You get Tech, defensively, trash. Hired a freaking high school coach now. No money, no talent. I think he's going to put up numbers. We put up 70 on him last year. TCU loses Gary Patterson, brings in Sonny Dykes, who's had a history of never having elite defenses. I think he can put up numbers against them. OU, Brent Venables, first year. All of those DBs that were getting cooked left, and now there's more DBs there that are transferring in from places like North Carolina. Cooked against Xavier Worthy, Isaiah Nair, and freaking Ajay Hall. Come on now. Kansas State. We've been going at them. Iowa State lost a bunch of talent. I'm telling you, like I really think this year, Oklahoma State lost their defensive coordinator, and I don't think that the conference is going to be as strong defensively than it has been in past years. I really don't. I think you see more offensive Big 12 this season, except for Baylor. I think Baylor's going to play the same brand of football. I'm telling you.
Drew's with you.
Yeah, thank you, Drew. Yeah,
Drew sees the vision.
Dude, I'm not giving y'all Kool-Aid material. I'm really not. Nothing that can be clipped. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that today. I'm not going to sit here and be like, we're going 11-1. You know what I mean? Like, no.
There's a part of us in all of our spirit that always feels that way.
Sure.
Which is why you made that brilliant video that you made, right?
Yeah. It's real life. It's every single year. 11-1 at worst. All right, what's your hot take?
All right. My hot take is that we will have 3 players make Big 12 all defense this year. 3.
Okay, hold on. Let me think about this. I don't want you to tell me who the 3 would be. Do you know that the 3 would be?
Yes.
Okay. I'd say Jahdae Barron. Is he on your list?
Mm-hmm.
Jahdae's not even on your list.
No, he is on my list.
Okay, Jahdae. Okay, Jahdae's one. Okay. I'd say Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A. Cook?
Mathis.
When Mathis gets here, yeah, most definitely. Well, he's not committed yet, Steven. You can't. That's a hot take in itself. That makes it hot.
That's why it's hot. That's why it's hot.
I got you. I can see it. I can see it. Man,
I'm saying 3 because I could see Overshown actually hitting that A gap more and getting a whole bunch of sacks all of a sudden and blowing shit up and maybe seeing it in there. Yeah. I know it's a see it to believe it thing, but that's why we're doing hot takes. That's my hot take. I think we could have 3 all Big 12 defenders all of a sudden.
I would love to see it. I would also love to see us stop the run. So if that happens, sure, I think anything's possible. But if Treston Ebner is breaking a foot off in our ass every single carry, it's not going to be good for us anymore. But, all right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, God.
Everybody's still saying that nobody's take is as hot as Nash.
Well, no, Nash's take, that's not a take. That's just
he's drunk
off Kool-Aid in public. He's got his ass out. This is not a take. That's just hot.
Damn, Fishy brought back when Chris was talking about Drake Stoops. And I was like, Drake?
Okay, hold up. You want my real take? You want my real hot take?
Uh-oh. I thought you were gonna save it.
I'll give you another one. This is just another one. I'll say that's gonna come like season preview. That's gonna come around August, September time. My real hot take. Jonathan Brooks is going to pass Roschon Johnson within the first half of the season to get those second team reps at running back. I love Roschon. I think he's still going to get his carries, but Jonathan Brooks needs more carries than Roschon Johnson does in these games. That's how I feel. That's my take.
Roschon, I just can't justify taking Roschon off. I mean, especially after we did the very last game of the season.
Sure, from the Wildcats.
He went team on back against Kansas State.
No, definitely. He's a leader. Is he a more gifted back than Jonathan Brooks? And when you need him down the stretch, I think, yes, Roschon's going to give you that solid 3-4, but is he going to be able to break a game open? I'm telling you, Jonathan Brooks is going to be running back number 1 next year. And I guarantee you, he goes.
You're saying 2023, right? After Bijan.
No. I'm saying this season. I'm saying Jonathan Brooks is going. Okay, I'll rephrase it. Jonathan Brooks will finish the 2022 season with more carries than Roschon Johnson. Oof. How about that? Because I don't want to diss Roschon. Obviously, Rojo's going to play. Jonathan Brooks will finish the 2022 season with more carries than Roschon Johnson.
I don't see that.
I think it's a good thing though. Who do you think? Look, Steve. Who do you think is the
He's
more
gifted.
talented?
No, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I think saying that Jonathan Brooks is your starter in 2023. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But Roschon to me is the best. Like 3rd and 2. I'm taking Roschon over everybody on the team.
Of course,
3rd and 2.
100%. But what I'm saying is, when Bijan needs a break, I think 1st and 2nd down, you give the ball to Jonathan Brooks. Also, this is Sark's offense. It's not a running back by committee type deal.
No.
And I think he's going to want to take the guy that can get the more explosive carries at certain points in these games, who will be Jonathan Brooks.
I mean, you're not crazy. Jonathan Brooks was incredible yesterday.
Dude, bro, the vision.
You're not
The vision. I'm telling you, listen. In my opinion, we haven't seen vision like this from a back since Jonathan Gray was on campus, like a young Jonathan Gray. His vision was incredible. I'm telling you, man, Jonathan Brooks is the best natural runner on that football team. As far as vision is concerned. Good God, no one's Bijan in open field, obviously. But I'm telling you,
bro.
Jonathan Brooks is special.
Doc said it too. Bro, what I just brought up about Kansas State, though, bro. I can't just ignore.
Also, you can't ignore the fact that he was running away from DBs yesterday. That was Saturday.
Right.
That was
he got faster.
Yeah, he got loose. He definitely got loose. Man.
I'm never going to be on the side of taking Roschon off the field. Just with
Bijan's there, yeah. But I mean, this is the thing though too. No, I don't want to get into any Roschon Johnson slander. Let's scrap this too, because I don't even want anything remotely close to anything sounding like Roschon Johnson slander. Rojo is the heart and soul of this team. He's probably the most natural leader. If he actually
need more people like him on the football team.
Yeah, you need 15 more Roschon Johnsons and you have a national championship caliber roster. 100%. That's a hot take. Nicholas, hey, I like that take though. Jay Brooks will win the Doak Walker next year. Rojo, Debo, what are we talking about? Let's relax now. How carries should be divided: 15 for Bijan, 12 for Rojo, 10 for Brooks, Keelan 5 to 7. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. I'm absolutely sorry. No. Bijan 20. Everybody else no more than 7.
I do think Bijan's going to have a more of a defined role in the pass game, whether it's screen or some of the other personnel stuff, even go. If you factor some of that in.
And that's another reason why I think Brooks gets some more carries.
Oh, because of go.
Yes. I feel like Go-Go offers an opportunity for guys that can really pass catch out of the backfield as well too. But also Rojo can lead block like crazy. So, man, I don't know. We'll see.
No, that's what's exciting about these guys. Because before we get off, because I want to go for 12 minutes because we're about to be at 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I do want to give a shout out to the 2 kids that committed yesterday. But Jaden Blue is another guy who I don't expect much from this particular season, but 2023, those type of things. But he's same type of skill set. Keelan Robinson, same type of skill set.
Yeah.
Explosive, can catch. There's nobody I'm looking at in that room where I'm like, they can't be an absolute weapon out there for me.
Yeah.
So that's what's exciting.
Well, my thing is, who are the game breakers? You know what I mean?
True.
I see like Bijan, he's a game breaker.
True.
Jaden Blue, I think if he gets in the clear, he's a game breaker. But what I see from Jonathan Brooks is he finds space often. His vision is incredible. He is such a good natural runner of the football. I think Roschon Johnson is going to put his head forward and he's going to get you 5 to 7. if you need 5 to 7. You know what I mean? like on those 3 downs. Like he's gonna get you 3 yards every single time. He's gonna fall forward and get you positive yardage. But is he a special guy that can weave through, maneuver through traffic, find the space, and actually get some explosive plays done? And that's my big thing.
Hey,
Also,
Horns,
hold
I'm
up.
glad you made it back safe, brother.
Hey,
It
there
was
you
cool.
go.
It was
Goodness
great hanging out
gracious.
with you.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Hey, you'll be back in Austin soon to watch us. Well, actually, just come down to Dallas and watch us whoop that team up north too. That'd be fun. But I wanted to touch on this too. This is probably the most important take of the entire night. It kind of went by unnoticed earlier, but Tracy Williams commented and said that my opinion shouldn't matter because I think Young Thug is the best rapper alive. Tracy, Young Thug is top 2, and he's not 2. Best Friend is the greatest rap song to ever exist. So you can kiss my bye.
We had to mute him, guys. We had to mute him. I can't allow that. I can't allow that on the channel. I'm sorry. Carrot, I respect you. We got to put you in timeout. We had to go ahead and mute him. Tracy, I'm with you 100%, brother. That type of nonsense will not be allowed on this channel. Karen, come back.
Listen. It is what it is. I come with the hot takes. You guys know me. You guys know what I'm good for. That was I probably deserved that one though, to be honest with you. I probably deserved that one. Nash, hey, I don't know what was hotter, that one or Nash talking about Julio and Nair. Nash is still in here defending himself, dude. Nash is still in here defending himself.
Nash into this.
Hey, I gotta throw him under the bus. He was just getting done. Like everybody was just getting done arguing with him. I just wanted to bring that back up. Guys, don't be mad at me. Nash said that Isaiah Nair was comparable to Julio Jones. Just saying. But hey, I mean, he could be right though. There's nothing to say that that's not true. He could go out there and have a great year.
Julio Cesar Chavez.
Did you really cut it off with like I said you could kiss my and then it muted? That's actually really funny. Hey, Travis is in here spitting facts, dude. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I don't know. Is there any position group I didn't talk about? Jatavian Sanders looked amazing. Sticky hands. Obviously, I wanted him to hold on to that ball towards the goal line, but damn, if that's a preview of things to come, it's gonna be pretty good. Jaleel Billings, like I said, I don't think we've seen what he can do quite yet. When you see it, it's gonna be Nash. Please no. I still need to watch all of Quinn's throws again.
Nash, we still need the content, brother. Don't.
Goodness gracious, I still need the content. Nash is doing. Hey guys, make sure. Hey, if you guys are in here roasting Nash, make sure you guys also go to his channel and subscribe. Like Nash has been doing the Lord's work all throughout the season, all after the season. Unfortunately, he deleted all of Demo's plays. Probably because the Lord wanted to make him, pay for all the bad takes that he's got about Julio Jones and Isaiah Nair. But it happens. Kieran being a Karen when he talks rap. Listen, you guys can listen to your Nas's and your common senses.
Well,
I'll listen.
You keep saying common sense, bro. It's not 1994, bro.
That's what you guys listen to. It's fine. I'm not hating on it. You guys can listen to your Curtis Blows. And I'm not going to judge you for it. If you want to listen to hippy did the, you can do that. I know that's what you guys like, but me personally, I'm out here listening to the good shit.
Let's see, hook 'em. Also, I'm glad I got everybody we got to see yesterday. Love you guys. Great energy. Donovan Cox, I need you in here from the Sooner program. Bruh said we ain't dead yet. I respect it. I need you in here on Tuesday night. Your brothers are coming in here to make some noise. So we would love to have you in here, brother. I do respect your opinion about football, Donovan. Now, I do want to mention this because somebody brought up the punter. And the kicking situation. Do we have any thoughts on the kicking game overall?
We learned absolutely nothing. We learned Pearson wasn't a bucket of trash, which is a good thing. Like I don't think Pearson's gonna be bad from the punting room. I think he had some nice boots.
I I
Auburn
can't take
made
anything
both of his
from
kicks.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's a practice game situation. There's no pressure on you at all. Bert Auburn made both of his kicks. I thought it looked decent. We'll see. Will Stone's going to come in there. They're actually going to have a whole kicker competition this year, which I love. More competition, the better. Just make sure you pick the right guy. I don't want another. I don't know, another. Who was it that was terrible? No, it wasn't Josh Rowland. Josh Rowland wasn't that bad, but it is what it is. Oh, is that T, brother? I'm so sorry. You kind of deserve it though, talking all that damn crap about my Duncanville Panthers though. So you can definitely take your ass back to ugly ass Galena Park, and cry them tears. Anyway, like I said, back to the kickers. Yeah, I don't think there's much to take away from it. I think that's probably the biggest question mark on the entire team this year. We're replacing Dicker, who did both at a very high level last year. So we'll see. We'll see.
I think because they're new, it's a concern. Until we see them make kicks in pressure situations, you just don't know.
Yeah.
But also adrenaline, things of there's a lot of factors. I think that's underrated. It's part of the reason why Cameron Dicker's probably going to get drafted this week. He was for the most part good under pressure, and was a good kickoff guy. So Auburn did miss the last kick. I thought he missed that last kick.
Yeah. Oh, was that Auburn or was that the other kid? I forget what his name is.
Oh, was it the other guy? I don't even know who it was that missed the last kick. Yeah. I thought it was Auburn that missed the last kick. But if I'm wrong about that, I apologize to Auburn and his family.
Is it that serious? I mean, like you just
no, because people
I apologize.
I mean, I don't want to.
Hey, Steve, like Tom Herman, you just got to disrespect these dudes. Like they're kickers, the kicker and the punter. Just not.
Oh yeah, don't even call them their name.
Don't even say them by their names. No, but
they said punting look rough, but we ain't punting this season.
See, exactly. Nate is spitting, dude. Nate is spitting. Actually, before we get out of here, though, I wanted to play like a little game with you. I'm gonna give you each position group, and I want you to give me a grade from like A to F, just based off of their spring game performance.
Only from what I've seen.
Yeah, only from like what you've seen. So we'll start quarterbacks. Where would you grade them?
B.
Okay. Running backs.
A.
Oh yeah. Tight ends.
B plus.
Yeah, it's an interesting one though, right? Wide receivers.
B.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. Starting wide receivers.
A.
Yeah. Okay.
The other brothers took it down.
That's a heavy A to be drugged down to a B too.
The other brothers, no disrespect, they took it down.
Yeah. Okay. Offensive line, just as in a whole.
Offensive line C minus.
Okay. Let's do interior D, defensive line, defense tackles.
D tackles. I'm gonna say a B. I'm gonna say a B.
Yeah. I'd say a B plus, to be honest with you. I love Coburn. Coburn got crazy penetration. Byron Murphy, I thought, did well against the run, which has been like the big problem with him. All right, let's do this. Linebackers.
B minus.
Wow. Okay.
Hold on. You said hold on. You said off ball.
Yeah, off ball linebackers. So like inside linebackers.
Inside guys, B minus.
Yeah.
B minus. Because I thought Jalen played well, but he didn't play a whole lot.
Yeah.
Devin had some wow plays that were good, and then he had plays where he literally ran to the wrong hole.
Yes. Yeah. I would agree with that. There's reason for optimism in that room though.
No, there is. Because I like Devin. I like David Benda. I like Jalen. I like Overshown.
David Benda made a couple of nice plays too.
Yeah. So between that group, I mean, Benda's good. Overshown, Ford, I was just saying Devin in particular stood out because Devin was playing a lot, and Devin literally ran to the wrong hole a few times.
Mm.
But he also had some really good plays in coverage where he, was able to get people on the ground in the open field. So.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. I think David Bender can fly around. I think he gets lost in the wash a lot. Let's do outside linebackers and defensive ends.
I'm gonna give them a B plus.
Okay. I actually agree with that. Barron and Ovi went out there and did exactly what they were supposed to.
I like what I saw from them.
I thought Prince actually looked pretty strong in there too. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Let's do safeties.
B.
I'd say if it wasn't for the tackling, they might be an A minus for me. I just think they did not. They were good in coverage. Cook got a pick. Crawford was running downhill like crazy. Mo was popping people. BJ Allen popped Keelan Robinson too. Like I thought they had a strong showing, but could not wrap up whatsoever. It's also spring, so we'll see.
I like Aaron's comment. Transfers.
Yeah, transfers. Yeah, definitely transfers.
I like that comment.
Oh goodness. Corners.
This one's tough for me. I was thinking about it as we were going through it. I'm a tougher grader.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say B minus on the corners.
This is the reason why I got them to him last. I have them at a D.
A D?
A D.
Okay.
Other than Ryan Watts, I feel like nobody went out there and had even remotely close to a good game. Jameer Johnson was getting dusted left and right and center. Terrence Brooks was looking kind of out of sorts. Deshaun Jameson wasn't really doing much. They didn't really target him much, but I was not impressed by the corners whatsoever. In my opinion, that's honestly defensively what's really holding me back from taking a sip of Kool-Aid. I don't know if I can trust anybody in the air other than Ryan Watts, who I don't even know if I can trust if a flag's not getting called on half of those damn plays. And this has been the issue with Texas's defense for years. And it's the main reason why I will not believe in him. I think we can turn around the edge room. I've seen us do it before. We've had elite pass rushes. We've had elite defensive linemen. What we have not had in the better part of a decade is a corner that is capable of playing the ball in the air. But that's around college football. We are historically bad in not being able to play the ball in the air. We can't even force incompletions. And to me, that room, really concerning. Very concerning. But we got a lot of young guys. We'll see what happens. That position group didn't give me reason for optimism. Yeah.
Well, brother, you made some valid points because I also forgot about Jameer, his struggles too, a little bit. So there's a reason too. Corner is one of the toughest positions in football, guys.
The toughest one defensively.
I mean, so you got to have. T. Wood said, "I'd rather have flags get called." Yeah, especially in college, it's only 15 yards.
No, I'm completely for that too. Goodness gracious, I would much rather Deshaun Jameson just tackled his man than getting thrown out of bounds and then popped by Brendan Schooler against Texas Tech last year. That would have been way better just tackling a dude. And you're starting to actually see that too. A Tech dude tackled Xavier Worthy. That Georgia DB, the Alabama DB tackled Jermaine Burton last year in the national championship game. You get cooked, bro. 15 yards is a whole lot better than 70. I'm sorry, it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the corners. If we get the edge stuff situated, we're not. All of a sudden, the corners look better. I mean, I agree with that too.
Well, okay, I want to get into like a football conversation with you just for a little bit here, though. Reroute the guys. I love the fact that you brought in Ryan Watts. Mm-hmm. Have them up on the line of scrimmage. There's one. Yes, you can get beat quick, and then there's a big play happening right there. But the other two options are you force his route to take longer so pressure gets there, or you force his route to get longer so you have more time to read him, to figure out what's going on. Like your quarterback has to go off of that read quicker. You know what I mean? Like don't give them 10, 15 yards of cushion and allow them to get a free release. No, get up in their shit.
That's why Terrence Brooks has a chance to play to that point.
And that's what I like. And that's what I said. In the red zone, Brooks, Watts, both sides of corner. I love that. I love that. Also, I would still love to see Jade play outside corner. I love him at nickel. I think he's phenomenal at nickel, but he's going to be a dog anywhere he plays. And if you're having somebody be a liability outside, move Jaron into nickel, move Jade outside. I wouldn't mind seeing a combination of Jade and Ryan Watts out there.
What's good, Texas Platinum? I gotta go after this. Before I go to bed, I am gonna. No, that was my ringer. Yes, people, they were blowing me up about Suns Pelicans. So I gotta go see what happened over there. I don't know what happened at Suns Pelicans.
I just wanted to say I hate the fact that we lost and it kind of fed into your Luka narrative. No, you can don't hate from outside of the club, son. Don't do it. Don't do it because I'm gonna cook you. I really am. Don't talk about my Mavericks. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's just really Ewing theory-ish going on with the Mavericks over there. Very, very. I'm not saying it's full-blown Ewing theory, but it's interesting.
I don't know how you can talk when Greg Popovich is in his Emmitt Smith Cardinal stage of his career. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You can chill over there with your Emmitt Smith Cardinals head coach and stay silent because that's all I want to hear out of you. We're gonna beat the Jazz. Anyway, just wanted to say.
Anyway,
yeah,
I have no room to speak right now.
None.
Muted myself. This was fun. I appreciate everybody coming in and sharing notes and comparing what they saw. I know, when you're not a traditional spring game per se, but they're just running plays and going through a practice, but it's something. And we're going to live on this until ULM, right? And when we get kicked off for the season and actually see live bullets. So hopefully we get these young freshmen in here on the O-line.
Hey, Steven, we got a question here.
We got a question?
Luke C222. Go ahead and read that question.
Oh, shit.
There's a guy that we talked about, but no, don't want to get to it.
All right. This is just me.
Yeah.
This is not being disrespectful.
No. I think it's a good take, too. I think it's a really good take. That should have been your hot take, in my opinion.
I was watching warm-ups because we got there early. We sat down a couple hours. The phone is going off. I apologize. Got there a couple hours before kickoff and or not kickoff, but the start of the scrimmage or whatever, and watching guys come out, warm up. Want to see big body language guys, right, Kieran? And the first throw that Quinn throws to Dejon Harrison, who's out here from Pflugerville, one of the local guys, or Hutto or that area. And he's rocking number 30. And just a struggle, a little bit of a struggle to catch the football. In my mind, I'm like, oh, he probably needs to move to DB. In my mind, just saying, you're rocking 30, you're a receiver. Let's just go ahead and move you over there. I'm not saying you can't play. It's just, it just seemed like it was a struggle.
And honestly, I don't think that's a bad take whatsoever, dude. I really don't.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. You can tell the people that naturally can catch the football with no problem catching it clean versus, some of those things. And you know what? It's okay to jump over to the other side. Some really good players recently have done that. So it was just something I threw out there, jokingly when I saw it in warm-ups, but there's a reason why guys flip positions.
Yeah.
So
Oh, well, so this is a good question too. No Arch Manning talk feels good. Well, let's talk a little bit about Arch Manning because the only take that I have, and this is the real thing too. Being there, seeing what he's like around the team. If you guys think Malik Murphy, if Arch Manning comes here, if you guys think Malik Murphy is just going to bend over and take it, if you think he's just going to like just
ew.
I mean, hey yo, I know that was probably a bad one, but if you think he's just gonna sit down and just like watch this kid come in and take his starting job, it's not gonna happen that way. Malik Murphy is the most confident guy in that quarterback room, and he has all of the talent to go along with it. He has prototypical NFL size, and I'm telling you, when you see it in person, it's incredible. He has no feet right now. He's hobbling up and down the field, just limping left, right, and center, still throwing lasers out there. Malik Murphy is going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem. And I'm telling you right now, Malik Murphy, this will be my hot take. My final hot take before we go out here. Malik Murphy will beat Arch Manning in a quarterback competition if Arch Manning comes to Texas. I really believe it. I do. I'm sorry if you're hearing these messages. I think they're coming from me. I don't know how to mute them. But
don't worry. We're about to wrap. No worries.
Yeah.
Get cooked again, Karen.
Hey, dude. Hey, okay. Is it for the sus thing or yeah? Because goodness gracious. Well, you get what I'm saying. He's not just going to sit down and watch this dude come in and take his starting job when he's been there for some years. And also, I'm not going to be sitting here crying and complaining about it if Arch decides not to come to Texas. Because that's how much I believe in Malik Murphy. Malik Murphy is a dude, bro. Y'all, like a lot of people are just taking him for granted. If he ended up, and I'll put it this way too, Steve. If Malik Murphy, when he had the opportunity, transferred to an academy like a St. John Bosco, he'd still be a 5-star prospect. I'm telling you, this dude heard it all, hadn't played football in 2 years, was only doing 7-on-7 camps, plays at this sorry high school, wins a state championship when everybody was saying that he wasn't this, he wasn't that. And he did it with horrible footwork and mechanics, but he still has that dog in him. He still has that confidence in him. I'm telling you, Malik Murphy is going to go out there and give these dudes hell. And I wholeheartedly believe that. He will win the starting job. If it's a fair, non-political competition, which it's Texas. You never know what's going on. But
you never know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. I really think Malik Murphy will win the starting job. And you guys will be happy about it too. You guys really will. Malik Murphy is special. Special, dude. Highest upside of any quarterback in that room, other than maybe Quinn. I really believe it.
I think from a competitive standpoint, him understanding whenever somebody tells you we're taking 2 quarterbacks and you're like, cool, I'm still coming. That doesn't scare me.
Yeah.
No, Nathan, I see you too. No, you did. I'm with it in terms of if it's a fair competition because the tools are there. You can't deny his tools at all. But we know how the game is played sometimes. That's where I kind of,
But to me, it's not even tools, Steve. It's this. He's, in my opinion, the most natural leader in that room right now. Even more of a natural leader than Quinn, even more of a natural leader than Hudson. I think Hudson, very quiet, tries to be like a lead by example type guy. Quinn's just a very chilled, relaxed dude. Malik is the guy that's going to get in the team's ass, for real. He's that type of leader. I don't like that we count out the biggest, strongest, most prototypical NFL ready type quarterback. Not NFL ready, but like prototypical NFL size and arm strength, tooly type quarterback. We just completely throw him just throw him away. We're just like, oh, Arch Manning's coming in. He's going to play as soon as he sits for a year. It's like, dude, that's not a bum that he's got to beat out, dude. Like,
no, right. No, it's not a bum. No.
Yeah.
No. I especially in a Steve Sarkisian offense, by that time, the offensive line should be ramped.
Yeah.
Where you don't have the conversations we're having today.
Yeah. All right. Hold up. Week 1, do any true freshman offensive linemen start in your mind?
At least one.
It's got
I
to
think
be.
week 1.
Yeah.
I think Campbell could start week 1.
Yeah. I think Campbell. I'd rather have Campbell. I don't know. Yeah, I'd rather have Campbell than Banks, to be honest with you. But end of the season, how many freshmen are starting on the offensive line?
2 or 3
Yeah. It's crazy.
by the end of the year. 2
Yeah.
or 3. I mean, these guys here, you know, it sucks that Carrick got hurt, but it kind of puts them at a disadvantage now because they got to see, Hayden Connor at left tackle, like you said earlier. So
Nash is still catching strays, dude. It just said Malik built like Julio. Oh, goodness gracious.
that was elite.
I'm
That
sorry.
was elite.
I'm sorry, Nash. You're still just catching these, dude. Goodness gracious. But yeah, I'd say.
Oh
Honestly,
man,
that's
I know we're running long, and we are
yeah.
running long now. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
need to
Sorry. Yeah.
comment on these freshmen or the people coming in.
Mhm.
Shout out to Ryan Niblett and Trey Wisner from DeSoto.
Yeah, him transferring is so
So
nice.
did any wasn't Trey a surprise?
Yes, Trey made absolutely no sense. I'm asking around right now to figure out what Trey Wisner was like a OU lean his entire recruitment. Shows up for the spring game, commits. I was like, interesting. But hey, guys, if he stays committed to us and we end up getting Ruben Owens, we have a solid argument next season for having
And
the
you
best
saw
running back in the
Jonte
country.
Cook's tweet,
I
like
didn't
what
see
I
it.
see out there.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to school now together. Goodness gracious. It's getting exciting, but no, we're not drinking Kool-Aid. We're not doing that. Recruiting's fun. It's whatever. You know what I mean? Let's buy a number 1 class like A&M did. Please. Please. Let's go do it. But we'll see.
No, this was fun. This was fun. We all get I'm glad. Nash, I wish you could have found us during the game, brother, but we'll get you next time. This was fun. Lando, we need to do a draft show this week, by the way. A lot of stuff happening this week. So just a reminder, subscribe, like the video. This was like our long family meeting for the Texas spring game and just, like we said, comparing notes, going through it all. So I'm glad we were able to do this. If you're watching on the, rewatch or whatever, make sure you show us all some love on here. Tuesday, we're going to have the Horns Down people podcast guys, Chris and Seth, to talk whatever they want to talk about from the car wash fundraiser activities they're doing in Norman. Then we'll have some NFL draft stuff before big weekend, everything. So a lot going on the channel in the universe.
Yeah. Definitely get me back on so I can talk a little bit about to Billy and BA about these.
Oh yeah, we're going to bring you on the round table too.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm not gonna lie. Me and Chris always go at it too. So if you get Chris from the Horns Down podcast, it's fun. Everybody, if you have some free time, find Chris Griffin on Twitter. It's Chris with a K. Don't know why. KCHRIS, Chris Griffin, and at him and just say rent free. Just add him and say rent free. Just continuously do that if you guys can. If you guys have the free time, just do it, because this man, literally, middle of an NFL playoff game, season's been over for months for us, asks me about some freaking Texas crap. I'm like, what are you doing, Chris? What are you doing? Hasn't talked to me since. So at Chris, say rent free. It is what it is.
Got him.
That's all I wanted to say.
He'll be on here Tuesday, so we'll chop it up.
Definitely.
Karen, thank you, brother.
I appreciate you having me on. It has been a blast. I'm excited for the season, guys. Admittedly, I have sipped a little offensive Kool-Aid. Defense, I still don't believe in them whatsoever. But I do believe in some of these kids. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah. Yeah,
Like
someone
I
dropped
said,
this. Someone dropped this actual ad in here. Yeah, go at him, cyberbully him, say hashtag rent free. I'm using the influence for bad right now. Please go do that. Just for me, it'll make me feel very happy, and you know, it's a good time.
um, y'all are so funny. I can't. Everything that has gone on this chat. This has been one of the more entertaining ones we've done in a minute. Like I said, a lot to like from yesterday's game, a lot to still work on. We're gonna be all right. Gonna be all right. Shout out to BUSR, official sponsor, official sportsbook, official betting partner of Fanatic Perspective. Still a lot to take advantage of. Player prop bets as well. I forgot to mention that earlier, especially with the NBA going on. Your boy hit on a futures bet. I bet Scotty Barnes for Rookie of the Year before the season started. So I hit on that so congratulations to him of the Toronto Raptors. So lots to take advantage of on BUSR. And again, follow Karen. Everything going on. We outside. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
Okay, New Yorker, we outside. We out here. We out here. Hey, but to be honest with you guys, everybody that ran into me and Steve, or me, Steve, Landon, Texas Homer at the UT game. If I didn't get to catch you, if Steve didn't get to catch you, I'm sure we'll organize something later on. Maybe first game of the season or the Alabama game or something like that. I did want to do something organization. Like I did want to have some sort of organization as far as like meeting a lot of you guys, but I wouldn't try to do that shit. So like somebody else is gonna have to plan that. But next time I'll take the initiative to go out there and plan some stuff because I'm still trying to meet a lot of you guys. If you guys took a picture with us though, thank you so much. And I honestly I say like I speak for myself, but also for Steve. Like that means so much knowing that we have like a community here that of Longhorn content creators. I'm just the guy making funny stuff on Twitter, but like Steve's really out here every day working on some stuff. Lando's out here making TikTok content all over the place. Texas Homer's working with Inside Texas, doing the Lord's work. You know what I mean? So thank you guys for supporting us. And honestly, I know it brings a lot of joy to our hearts knowing that we share the same interest and passions with a lot of you guys. So I appreciate everyone that stopped me, stopped Steven, stopped anybody that they noticed. It's awesome. So if you guys do see me out and about, don't be shy. Come say what's up. Come talk some crap. I really don't care what you say. I'm one of those guys. You could walk up to me just screaming about Kool-Aid and I'll be like laughing my ass off. So definitely.
Hey, Michael Griffin pulled up.
Yeah, dude. Can I tell that story real quick? I'm on the field. I go to dap up Michael Griffin. I love Michael Griffin. It's Michael Griffin. Come on now. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? Big fan. He walks by me. He's like, oh yeah, thanks, man. He's like, hey, you're the dude that made that funny ass video. And then Michael Griffin pulls out his phone to take a video with me. I was losing my shit. That was crazy. It was one of the top 10 moments in my life. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was really cool. That was a really cool moment. But yeah. And also, just want to encourage you guys. If you guys have some funny ideas about Longhorn content, upload it, bro. Upload it. I'm being serious. Upload it. If I send it to me, I'll support it. I'll retweet it. I'll laugh at it. I'll be active with you guys. The more content creators that we have, the better. So thank you guys for the support so much. And BUSR. Go ahead and finish that because I feel like I interrupted it. But yeah.
No, we got the plugs in, man.
Yeah. And also behind Horns behind enemy lines too. Linked up from him. He drove all the way down from Oklahoma City to come be at the game too. Go subscribe to his channel. He's great, really insightful, and he's only going to get better and better whenever he keeps doing this content. So it was awesome.
We love it. Like I said, great positive atmosphere. It's been dope. Horns always up. Y'all be safe out there. Come back Tuesday night for the live.